a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Ready? Then show me.
I'll take on all of you! Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Gets a good read on their opponent. Gets through the opening. Deals some damage with that quick combo. Gets a chance with that jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 is in Burnout. Drives off the table. We have one player in Burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. The jump in is denied. Decides to meet them in the air. The jump in catches them. All right, what's coming up next? Holds out with the block. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Not much left in the tank. This will be a battle of nerves. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Both of them are low on health and are playing... Oh, what's this? Yes, drive impact for the win. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Fight.
Medium kick. Goes for the jump in. Jumps in. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Jumps? This is gonna be bad news. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. Can they keep on? Knocks them out of the air. Blocks it. Life lead is there, but still the overhead denied. Ooh, what a smart throw. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Checks with a medium kick. Here, sees the overhead coming. Keeps them out. Impact squashed. Just go for it! Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Flatline zone. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The overhead denied. Medium kick hits. Oh, in with the rush. Player 1 has the suplex in. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Excellent read. What were they thinking? Player 1, oh, putting the cherry on top. Okay, here we go. Player 2, oh my God, they just choked it up. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Burns out. The drive impact doesn't work. Reads the jump in perfectly. Picasso getting it some real damage. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Changes the pace with the fireball. There's the burnout. Ooh, what a smart throw. Who's gonna take it? Player 2, can you block the low kick? Ooh, taking him for a run. Are you kidding me? Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. Opens with a jump in. Shows the medium kick. Rattles them with a spinning bird kick. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Target locked and scoop. Experiencing burnout. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Trying to read each other here? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Doing some quick planning? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Time's the only thing moving here. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Smart play springs forward with the drive rush. They need to rely on their instincts here. Both fighters are weighing their options and looking for an opening. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. It's too much! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. From low heavy to, are we going to see target locked and scoop? Player 2 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Both fighters springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Pokes with a medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Oh, they were looking for that overhead. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Oh wow, look at the damage that did. Fantastic work with that combo. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? A quick breather. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? So, what's next? Impact squashed! Merrick wrecks them! Oh, critical art now closes it out! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Opens, reads the jump in perfectly. Sees the overhead coming. Jumps. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Handle with care. You can't jump drive impacts. Player 2, also getting it some real damage. And it is on. A jump it, this can lead to some big damage. Jumps him hard. Getting it all on the drive rush. They've got about half life left. Okay, here we go. All in with a rush. The drive gauge, they were sitting on their knees with his super art. Ugh, take a seat. What? Player, the brain on this fighter to think for the counter in that situation. Player 1 can't use anything. They are done. Player 2 is gonna be watching.
Comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Show me everything you have.
Let me have some fun.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Takes a trip. Neither of them willing to back off here. Oh! They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. They hit each other. Hold your breath. Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. Experiencing burnout. KO. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, they were looking for that overhead. Will that drive impact get punished? Throws them. What's next? Good work staying in throw range there. Shoots off a fireball up close. Double lariat and now checks with a medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Going in? Throw leaves him wide open. Hits him with a stop and pop. Medium kick. Barely blocks the jump in. Experiencing burnout. Sees the overhead coming. Are we gonna see a cut? What are you jumping in for? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Sandblast! Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. What'll happen here? Super! Oh, Muscle saw something we didn't. This is gonna be bad news. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Jump! Sets up with the jump in. Impact squashed. This is the time to and whiff. They're wide open. Connects with the throw. Oh, Russian handshake. Sees the overhead coming. What a finish! Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Connects with medium kick. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Gets through the opening. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Oh, whiffs the throw. Throws him. What's next? They block the overhead and knockdown. Throws him to negate the block. That's right, doubt is all it took. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Grabs him. Shows a medium kick. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Zones with the fireball. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Looking for a chance. Doing some quick planning? Both life and super art gauges are not looking good. Uses the gauge for a super art. Connects with the throw. Knockdown, and they're going for the super art. Flatline zone. Player 1 brings it home.
A new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Gotta do this.
Come on.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Starts with a jump in. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Throwing on even more pressure with the fireballs. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Neither of them willing to back off here. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. They gotta take advantage of this drive difference. Experiencing burnout. What'll happen here? Finishes it with the anti-air. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Extending that drive gauge. Headbutt. The attack is parried. Still slugging it out at this range. Pokes with the medium kick. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Double lariat and now Max S. They can't squander this punish counter trick. A quick breather. Super art. Looking for it. There's a burnout. Going in. Clutch anti-air. Low heavy, but no go. A jump in? Will this super art do anything? Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super.
Let's go.
Put them on a t-shirt with that finish.
How'd I lose?
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Box him with a target combo. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Lots of aggression from both sides. Big counter. The super armor does its job. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Hold your breath. Beautiful setup with that attack. Brings out the super armor. How is this gonna work out for them? Heading into the end. Saw him coming and goes for the Boris Antia. Each hit is so important here. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 will have to fight back here without any drive. A critical situation, finishes it with the anti-air. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Adds a bit of OD spice there. Who's going to start? Hits them with a stopping block. Brings out the super armor. How is this going to work out for them? Now, can they finish the job? Blocks the impact. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Going in? Shows the medium kick? You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Blocks! Manages to block the jump-in attack. Gulp this and lead to some big damage. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Jump! No! This will break him! The next touch may decide this round. Sticks out a kick. Hug nothing but air. What are they gonna do? They gotta focus. Turns out. Player 1 gets them with a quick low kick. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Open, nothing stops this train. Uses the game for a super art.
This is your last ride.
Wow, that's some big time damage. Player 2 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Punish counter on the action. Feasting with a Russian suplex. Put the exclamation point on that with a low heavy. Player 1 can't let this simmer. It burns out. Okay, here we go. Player 1 can't win this without the low. Amazing. Yep, doesn't touch the throw. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Yeah, every day I do this, never fear losing. And when I get up in the game, yeah, I'm here improving. A real problem, but I solve them all facts proof. And if you think I'm gon' fold, then you talking fool. Yeah, y'all wanna win, let me spin, boy. Or dunks inside, I'm super fly like I'm hanging off the rim, boy. I been winning for my kinfolk, and I put on for my city from the intro. Let's go.
I put that time in, my pride is out the roof, I get that grind in. So I'ma tell the truth, I get my grind on. You know the pressure make all of these diamonds. I tell them get back, step back, fast track, big lap, big facts. I'm past that, yeah. I'm trying to get ahead, get out the way. Now move forward, stand back, now break away. I'm about to bring it. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. Oh, I'ma go all of the round. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. Oh, see the sights, see the sights, see the sights, see the sights, yeah. Training, getting rounder, channeling your inner self and moving up these mountains. Crossing over, passing bound, for no time to count and keep score. Breaking barriers I never thought I'd cross before. When I get tired on my knees, I got it digging in deep. I feel like I'm all alone, it really has got me. I stand by, actions I went through it, no goodbyes. If you just stood again, yeah, let's go. Hop out and I'm steaming, ride around and I'm dreaming. Once I get the feeling, nobody can stop me. Hit it, I'm on goal. All you foes. Once I'm on the road, I'm knocking out of the door. I got the range. If you wanna come and stand up to me, pull up on me now. If you wanna challenge, tell me, rookie, run up on me now. I'm on the road to the top and I'm not looking back. I'm on the road to the top and I'm not looking back. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. Oh, I'ma go all of the round. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. See the sights, see the sights, see the sights, yeah. Yeah, we going up. Come on. Stand back. Let's get it. On the day for the night.
Yeah, every day I do this, never fear losing. And when I get up in the game, yeah, I'm here improving. A real problem, but I solve them all facts proof. And if you think I'm gon' fold, then you talking fool. Yeah, y'all wanna win, let me spin, boy. Or dunks inside, I'm super fly like I'm hanging off the rim, boy. I been winning for my kinfolk, and I put on for my city from the intro. Let's go.
I put that time in, my pride is out the roof, I get that grind in. So I'ma tell the truth, I get my grind on. You know the pressure make all of these diamonds. I tell them keep.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
The top player is here.
I'll take on all of you.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Good anti-air. Wow, shut down. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The low heavy hits. Alright, what's coming up next? Not shy with the grab. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive.
Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the... How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Was looking for that jump attack. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Jumps, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Gets out of there with the back down. Blocks the low heavy and jumps in. Knockdown and headbutt. Smart play with the throw. Going in. Brushes that off and keeps going. Looking to plant him with a pile drive. Put the exclamation point on that with an ODR. Player 1 has a full drive gauge but is on the brink of death. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Happy hour! Doing some quick planning? Drink level max out. This party's getting crazy. Moket impact squashed. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Who will set the bait at this range? Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. A real test of nerves here. What a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Headbutt. Jumps. Gets the jump in. Stands firm and blocks the drive in. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Big counter. The jump in is denied. Grabs him. Just out of range for that throw. A clutch drive move here can close out this round for either fighter. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Which way you gonna block? Hits him with his free flow. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Super clutch corner switch. Both fighters are weighing their options and looking for an opening. Blocks the overhead. Escapes with the reversal. Bosun experiencing burnout. Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Gets the knockdown, and now uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. The jump-in is denied. Throws them forward and then just goes for it at this range. That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? With this kind of gauge gap, they'll want to think about when to use it and not be trigger happy. They both have full drive gauges to work with. Springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jump in. Breaks those shins. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. They were expecting that drive impact. Drive gauge experiencing burnout. Player 1 has the chance to win the round. Solid anti-air. Big time whip. Screw pile driver. You need guts to pull that off. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight round. Fight.
Low heavy. Smart stuff, poking out that range to zone the opponent. Jump! Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 knocks him out of the air. The jump in is denied. Burns out. Active. Oh, they got him! Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with.
challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
All right, you ready? I'll take on all of you. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile? Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. You're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Gets a good read on their opponent. All right. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop him. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. Who's it gonna be? Both fighters are looking for a way to fill up their super art gauge. Gaining some meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Starts with a jump-in. What are they thinking here? We're at the halfway point of the round, and both fighters should be well past the warm-up phase. How will both competitors use this remaining time? Our fighters should be warmed up. Throw zone. What's next? Closes the gap for the grab. Big, low, reaching heavy. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Nails the anti-air. All right, what's coming up next? This is gonna be bad news. Taking stock. Life lead opens up. Feeling out the spacing. Drive rush to keep it going. Not much time left in this round. Hanging on for dear. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player one needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. They're going for the super art. They gotta hurry. Only 10 seconds left. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player two wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round two. Fight.
Big throw. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Jumps in. Jumps. Both fighters may be looking to risk going in with an empty SA gauge so they can fill it quickly. Resource management is the key to winning. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. What's the next move? Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Attempts to break the stalemate with rising uppercut. Barely blocks the jump in. Oh, the throw connects. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Both fighters planning something? The knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Life lead is there. Finishes it with the anti-air. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Blossom. Throws a fireball. Brushes that off and keeps going. Both players look for something to work with. Drops them. Good judgment there. Dangerous range here. Rising uppercut. Anti-air in the clutch. Oh, Russian handshake. Nice fireball. Checks with a sandblast. Sets up with the jump in. What now? Looking for a hole. Clutch anti-air. Getting it all on the drive rush. They push their way out of the corner. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. This can lead to some big damage. Will this be enough to kill?
Let's go.
Are they dead? Oh, they're dead. What a way to close it out. Player two comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Blossom. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Good work staying in throw range there. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Nails the anti-air. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Reads them. Life lead opens up. KO! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Blossom! From up above. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Checks him with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Player 1, the super doesn't hit. That's not gonna hit. Took him to the corner in a flash. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Time to reassess the situation. Goes for the fireball. Rising uppercut. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? They're in the corner and the beatdown continues. Sandblast. Drive rush to keep it going. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. A quick breather. KO! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Blossom! Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Jumps in. Checks with a sandblast. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Heavy punch sends him flying. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Looking for a hole. So, what's next? These fighters are swinging for control of the match. Who's gonna take it? Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Target combo into close range projectile. The low. Both sides getting ready. Fires a blast. They've got about half life left. Throws them. Okay, here we go. Turning it right up with the super. The super hit. It's gonna be enough to kill. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Barely blocks the jump in. Rising uppercut. Throws a fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Gets him. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Down to the wire. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Goes for the level 2 super eraser. Set up the punching bag. How will this impact things? Goes for the jump in. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Both fighters planning something? Blocks it. Grabs and throws them away. Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect! Player 1...
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Everything you have.
Simple and clean.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Checks with a projectile. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Knockdown. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Who's gonna make a move? Had the radar up and running. Denies the low heavy. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Goes in on the impact for nothing. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Left off a projectile to waste time. Knockdown. Medium kick hits. Lays down a whirlwind. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Spends the gauge for the drive reversal.
Were they baiting them into that?
Who will capitalize on an opening first? Doesn't miss a beat. Oh, they're in the corner now. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
This round is so important.
Hits them with a stopping block.
I am on my game.
Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 1 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Breaks those shins. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Fires off a whirlwind. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Jumps in. Springs forward with the drive rush. Lays down a whirlwind. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Both fighters planning something? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Starts with whirlwind. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Doing some quick planning? The low kick hits. Can they create an oh my, closes it out! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Body of iron. Fight round. Fight.
Who's going to steal this win? He tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Meets them air to air. What now? Solid anti-air. Looking for a hole. Whirlwind shot. Player 2. Wow, Saturn waiting for this opening.
Taps him on the dome. Arabian catches out the cage right there. Taking a ride on Altair. Don't worry, this fight won't cost you $1, but that life gauge is gonna holler.
I can't believe it. Drop zone, baby. Are you kidding me?
Player 1 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Oh, the super armor does its job. Player 1 takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options here. Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match. Decides to meet them in the air. Life lead opens up. Burnout activates. Drive gauge finally recovers. Lays down a whirlwind. Going on the offensive. Fires off a whirlwind. Player 2 has KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Right off the bat, there's no hesitation. They start the offensive by charging forward. Spends the gauge for the drive reversal. Decides to meet them in the air. Good judgment there. Player 1, drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. This may be it. Brushes that off and keeps going. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Hold your breath. Not much life left, but their drive hits the KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
The last round. It's now or never. Lays down a whirlwind. Player one needs to use that drive gauge better if they want to take things back. We're just getting started here. Cool, take control. Fires off a whirlwind. Brushes that off and keeps going. Full SA meters on deck. Crowns them from above. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Player two pumps the brakes on the impact. Reads the jump in perfectly. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Oh, Russian handshake. Player one is gonna gotta do better than that. Ooh, you never know what can happen. Sets up with the jump in. Player two is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Both sides, it turns out. Player drops them hard. Here comes the corner pressure. Can it take this time to bust this out?
Here comes pressure.
Oh, hits the critical art. We gotta bust out the protractors, bust out the rulers, and think of a plan while the champion is over. Player two has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Show me everything you have.
You call, I answer!
Round one.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Parries the attack, and a parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Throws him down. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Where is their opening? A comeback's gonna be perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? A brave forward jump there to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital.
Were they baiting them into that? Looking to plant them with a pile driver.
Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. A quick breather. So, what's next? Player 1 blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Now that's how you use an impact. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Botox looking to impress with this keeper. Start the tune, because Kimberly's ready to feast. Bushin Ninja Star Cypher. And this is only the beginning. Life lead is there, but still any... No! Critical art now? Player 2 can't let this simmer. Closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Show me everything you have.
Hope you're not a sore loser.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Scores a punish counter right off the bat. What a read. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Will this decision pay off for them? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Big, low, reaching heavy. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Sticks the jump in. Reads them. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive move gets him. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for hits him with a stop and pop. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're still feeling each other out. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Gets the jump in. Oh, says no to the impact. What'll happen here? Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Opts to maintain the assault with the drive reversal. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They can't squander this punish counter. KO. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Well-timed command throw there. What's the play here? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a counter switch. Oh, they're almost done. This might end one-sided. Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The jump-in is denied. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Jumps in. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. That drive impact doesn't get through. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Plenty of life left. a full drive gauge to work with, they have tons of options at their disposal. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. The timer is down to half. How will our fighters use this time to create chances for themselves? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the system. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Looking to plan him with a pile driver. 20 seconds left on the clock. Feel that pressure. Ooh, done them dirty. Player 1 needs to... That's gonna leave him rattled. Full drive onto... No escaping that. Player 1 brings it home.
A new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Let us begin. I'll take on all of round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Throws him down. Was well in range to score the throw. They're not gonna allow any jump-ins. Trips him up. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. They trade. Knockdown. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. That slight doubt is all it took. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jumps? Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 2 experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Burnout activates. Both fighters planning something? Both fighters looking to plan them with a pile driver. Looking for a chance, fires off the Shinku Hadouken. The super doesn't hit. Going in? This is gonna hurt. Drops them. A super art? Hits him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. You need guts to pull that off.
Well fought.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Solid combo. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. All right, what's coming up next? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Takes a trip. Makes a KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Immediate jump in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Barely blocks the jump in. Hits them with a stop and pop. Spends the gauge on... Burnout activates. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 will have experiencing burnout. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something here. Throws a fireball. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. A quick breather. They were expecting that drive impact. Burnout dissipates. What now? Super arts on deck for both fighters. Oh, yo! Rock over here! Goes for the jackhammer off the Cyclone Lariat. No! Critical art now? This is gonna hurt. All the throw connects. Player 1 can't let flatlines in. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Hits them with a stop and pop. Decides to meet them in the air. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. They were ready for the air attack. Backs them into the corner. Trips them up. Jump-in finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Throws them to negate the block. All right, what's coming up next? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral get experiencing burnout. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Shows a medium kick. Who's going to start things off? Jump. Jumps up. Burnout activates. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Hits them with a stop and pop. Looking to plant them with a pile drive. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. With springs forward with the drive rush. Experiencing burnout. Uses the gauge for a super arm. They return to center stage. Wow, that's some big time. Burns out. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? So, what's next? Finishes it with the anti-air. Player 1 brings it home. Let's
a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
The top player is here.
I'll take on all of you!
Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Managing that drive gauge is gonna get tricky. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Box him with an experiencing burnout. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. No escaping that. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Goes for the jump in to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Jumps? Will this super art connect? The super doesn't hit. That's not gonna hit. Player 1, there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Going in? Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Hits him with his free flow. Do they have enough drive to do? Both fighters planning something? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Life lead is there. Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. Impact squash! A jump knocks them out of the air. Pumps the brakes on the impact. The low block closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Who's going to steal this win? Jump? Both fighters are standing firm with plenty of health remaining. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Player 2 will need to play it burns out. Nothing but air. Breaks it. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Finds the target. A rare chance here. They gotta do something. What now? Both are ready to press them. Breaking on them and lay down some damage without giving up ground. Player 2 can no critical art now. Still alive? Still alive?
No remorse!
Oh, they got him! Player 2 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Goes for it all, but just misses. Miss your mark with an impact and you're open to a punish. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. Trips him up. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. Scrapping it out up close. Player 2 can't use any more drive without burning out. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 will look to apply pressure. KO. Player 1 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent.
Round 2. Fight!
They were expecting that drive impact. Long low attack hits. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Going in? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Both fighters have a full system with a stop and fire.
Come on.
Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Using the super can open up change of plans. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
No remorse!
Oh, they got him! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round! Fight!
This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Manages to block the jump-in attack. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Reads the jump-in perfectly. Going in, you've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. It'll be interesting to see how they decide to fill up their super art gauges here. Resource management is the key to winning. Connects with the throw. They may be planning to spend their drive gauge here. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to reversal. Oh my God, they just choked it up. All in with the rush. What now? You'll cut that boy off. He's had too much. Looking for a hold. Nothing stops this train. Both stop. This is gonna hurt. Keeps them out! Rinsing! Burns out! Reach out and hug him! Take that gourd away! He's maxed out! Will they go past nothing but air? Ugh! Take a seat! I called it! I called it! Oh man! Who's gonna take this? What are they waiting for? Oh my God! Lost super! The super's blocked! This round may end with a timeout. Pin! Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Nothing stops this train. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. Did well to get the buff in there. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Can't take the throw. Knockdown. Impact's a no-go. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Finding it tricky, goes for the super art. Player 1 has the meter lead. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Looking for a chance. Jamie's tuning up the band. Time for some fun. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Player 2 will have to fight back to KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Throws them to negate the block. Closes the gap for the grab. It's the level 1, breaking with some serious style. A quick breather. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage on the opponent. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 will need to experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire. Were they baiting them into that? Player 1, big time whip! Screw pile driver! There's life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Any throw is denied. What a read! The jump-in is enough. There's a drive impact. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be?
Jump! Blood perfect parry under pressure! Wraps it up with a throw!
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters.
Great match. comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Let us begin. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The throw connects for counter hit damage. That throw hits for a punish counter. They can't take out of it. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Burnout activates. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 2 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Target locked and scoop. Jumps in. The super doesn't hit. That's not gonna hit. They exchange blows. Player 2 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Took him to the corner in a flash. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Both fighters experiencing burnout. Goes for the jump in. Smart play with the throw. Pops nothing but air. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a jump in. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Parries. This unleashes some big damage. Player 1 with a no way. No signs of running up from out of the corner. Okay, here we go. Crowns them from above. What now? They're in range. We gotta see solid anti-air. There's the burnout. Oh, yo, Rock Super here. What were they thinking? But Super gets the counter hit and the win. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Sneaks in above. Gets the jump in. Burns the drive gauge. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 1 chases them down. The impact gets blocked. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Knockdown and they were not clear for takeoff. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Who's going to start things off? Checks with a medium kick. Overhead. This is gonna be bad news. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Doesn't miss a beat. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. It's a good spot to use the super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Big super art hit. It's up in with the crosser. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Gotta do better than that. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Too much. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Picks the drive reversal. Sees it coming and blocks it out. The cross-up's good. Rattles them with a beautifully placed jump in. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. What is he thinking here? Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. we have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Nails the anti-air. The low doesn't connect. Grabs him. That throw will do some good damage. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Going in, wrecks them. Looking for a chance. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. The drive impact doesn't work. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Oh, putting the cherry on top. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Player 1 brings it home.
Special match. Arcade Backwards Online. Six.